on the breezeway?
On the breezeway.
No, we're in the
breezeway.
In the breezeway.
Oh, in the breezeway.
It's part of the school, so if you're in the school, then you're also in the breeze. Well,
We're in. I think it
Yeah,
is.
we're in the breezeway.
Because it's in the center.
In the breezeway.
In the breezeway.
Never on.
What do you say to people who claim we're on the breezeway?
It's not a mountain.
What?
In the breezeway.
Well, no, if we're in the breezeway, we're kind of on it in a
No,
way.
the breezeway's the entire.
You know, it's a half and half question. I can't answer this. I can't answer this.
Because like
We're still in the building.
you're in a breeze.
I think it's more the concept of the wall surrounding.
Yeah, the wall.
Yes.
I say on. Why? Because we're standing on the breezeway.
No, we're standing.
I say
be on a strip.
The breezeway.
In the breezeway. In the breezeway.
Why?
I've never heard anyone say on the breezeway.
On the breezeway.
On the breezeway.
Why do you say on? Because you're outside.
Because I'm standing.
Yes.
I'm standing in it, I guess.
In it.
We're in the breezeway.
We're in the breezeway.
What kind of question is that?
Because it's like the UVA grounds. We're not in the UVA grounds. We're on the UVA grounds.
That's like saying you're in America, but I'm on grass. Like.
We're on the
That's
breezeway.
just stupid. That's really stupid.
Good morning, Patriots. I'm Colette, and here are your morning announcements for Monday, September 18th. Fellow Patriots, today is the day we recognize the signing of the Constitution. Constitution Day. It is also referred to as the Citizens' Day. The Constitution was signed on September 17, 1787, and has served as the supreme law of our land since. Happy Constitution Day to all. Attention, students. Here's a quick reminder from SCA. Freshmen and sophomores planning on running for class officer must turn in their packets by the third period tomorrow, Tuesday, to the SCA window. Also, students with a permission form to the leadership retreat on October 1st and 2nd should complete and turn those in ASAP. In sports news, this weekend the cross-country team traveled to Northern Virginia to take part in the very competitive Oatlands Cross Country Invitational. In the JV upper class race, the Albemarle boys finished third out of 51 teams and were led by Josh Fard. The JV upperclassmen girls were led by Liz Wambacher, and they placed 7th out of 32 teams. For the boys' varsity race, Albemarle finished 8th out of 42 other teams, and the first finisher for Albemarle was Harris Nasseh. For the varsity girls' race, Natalie Lee was Albemarle's first finisher, and the team placed 4th out of 60 teams. For the JV underclassmen boys, they finished 2nd out of 60 teams and were led by the first place finisher, Sam Tembler. The JV underclass girls were led by first place finisher Madeline Cronbush and won the JV underclass race. Go Pats! The football team suffered a heartbreaking loss to Patrick Henry on Friday night. At last, second touchdown by Patrick Henry made the final 28-27. The team continues its road trip this week when it travels to Louisa on Friday night. And now we'll leave you with another message from Dr. Turner. That's all for now. Have a great day.
So we've been talking a little bit about discipline, and I was wondering if you could expand a little bit on some of the ideas that we've been talking about that difference between discipline as it is imposed on someone else, and the sort of self-discipline that we're hoping that kids eventually acquire through the things that we teach them and the ways that we try to help them.
I don't believe in trying to get a pound of flesh out of students. And whenever we use discipline that way, my goal is to help redirect and change their behavior, not to punish them. I feel like that when we have done even a halfway decent job at teaching young people that their rules and regulations and boundaries and parameters, then that sets the stage for young men and women to self-discipline themselves.
Where do you see the places in school where the adults in the building, the teachers, the staff, the administrators, coaches, are modeling that sort of self-discipline?
We can model it by the way we dress when we come to work. I think we can model it by being at work on time, being in the places that we should be. If we have duties or obligations, we should be where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there, because the children recognize that. We should be prepared to teach every day. our lessons, and all of that should be laid out and ready to go, because that's showing that you have enough discipline to be prepared.
There seems to be a leap that happens in kids, kind of a cognitive leap, usually around the beginning of that junior year, where they start to understand that being able to manage themselves, being able to control themselves, just makes life easier. What can we do in the classroom as teachers to facilitate that jump, that growth that they have in their maturity towards becoming more self-disciplined?
As the children get older, to try to help prepare them for that, I think it requires somewhat of a loose, tight structure. You still provide parameters and expectations, but you also create an environment where children are able to start to make some decisions, and instead of being directed so much by the adult, they get to make some decisions. But too much of either one can keep you from reaching the goal. But I think at this age, the students have to start practicing being able to manage themselves.
What advice or suggestions would you give to parents about how they can sort of emphasize things at home that would support the work that we're doing here in school in helping children become more self-disciplined?
One of the things that I would share with parents is that when their child expresses how much they hate a rule or an expectation, it would be really powerful for parents to say, you know what, that's an okay feeling to have. However, there are going to be rules and expectations that you're not going to like your entire life. But we have to follow them. And and look at what we're doing as more of a life lesson instead of something that we're trying to do to hurt children. Because I believe that the parents can help tremendously with children sorting out how they should feel and how they should approach problems.